Hi, everybody. It's Chaplain Sal, and
I'm Jeff, the Executive Director.
we're back for another update. I was going to say weekly. It's really not weekly, but our third update for Bristol Glen and kind of the community as at large. So I'll let Jeff go first. He's got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I got some updates, but first I want to point out that Sal has this fantastic new COVID haircut, and I do not. It is out of control, so I need Sal's barber. Look at this mess.
That's me. I don't know if he wants me cutting his hair.
All right, so quick update from the governor's office. I know a lot of people have questions and are looking for information. Just a couple of interesting facts. The New Jersey residents lost to COVID-19 at this point now exceeds the state's combined losses from World War I, the Korean War, Vietnam War, 2 Gulf Wars, Iraq, Afghanistan, 9/11, and Superstorm Sandy all combined. We've lost a lot of people to this COVID, and we're trying not to lose any more. The total number of cases in New Jersey right now stands at 116,264. That's about 2,500 more confirmed than we had in the last 24 hours. Reported total of fatalities in the state, 6,770. That's an increase of 329 more from the last 24 hours. But there's also some good news. There's been 474 discharges from hospitals in the last 24 hours, and that's a trend we're seeing in our area as well. More discharges from the hospital as opposed to more admissions to the hospital. So that means we've worked really hard at flattening that curve, and we're doing a good job at it, so we're going to keep this trend going, hopefully. Another statistic about our personal protective equipment, the stuff that everybody's scrambling for, masks, gloves, gowns, all of those kinds of things. The state has distributed about 22 million pieces of personal protective equipment since the onset of this. And a lot of that has been coming to North Jersey recently. We've seen resources shift away from the areas that are getting better into the areas that need it a little bit more. So that's a win. A couple of updates for our community. I've scheduled a couple of town hall meetings. We haven't had one in a while. We're going to try and do a virtual town hall meeting like we do with some of the staff meetings. So we're using technology called Zoom. You may have heard of it. So there's a flyer going out today that you should receive in your boxes, in the cubbies, detailing the time, the location, the instructions for logging on, those kinds of things. So on Monday at 11 o'clock, we'll be hosting a town hall for the independent living residents. Monday at 1 p.m., we'll be hosting a town hall for the assisted living residents. And then on Thursday of next week, May 6th at 11 a.m., we're hosting a town hall for any of your family members that might want to get in and ask some questions and get some details. Also, something else we're working on, I've gotten a lot of feedback on the food recently. So I did have a meeting with all the cooks and the dining director and our chef and talked about some of the quality issues. It seems like it's a no-brainer, but we're not set up to handle food service delivery for, it's roughly 900 to 1,000 meals per day, every single day. It's a lot of strain on the resources that they have in the kitchen in terms of staff and equipment. So just know that they're doing the best they can. I did talk to them about quality. That means a lot right now. And they get extra points for creativity as well. So hopefully we'll see some improvements in those areas. And I think that's about all the updates I have. What do you got, Sal?
So just a couple things. Along with these updates that we're doing for you, part of my, adapting to the current situation is trying to be present as present as possible while keeping a safe distance. Life goes on, needs continue to be needed. So part of what I'm doing is filming my own little updates that I'm uploading to YouTube and then sharing with the management team, who are then sharing with the staff. So if you wanted if you go to YouTube and search for Salvatore Seirmarco, it's Coffee Talk with the Chaplain. Those will come up. Like we said last time, there's a theme in those videos. Give you a hint, Coffee Talk. So those are posted every day other than Saturday and Sundays. So hopefully those are helpful and inspirational and keep you going. Other than that, you know, this is kind of like Psalm 23. Yea, though I walk through the valley of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me. We can't get to the mountaintop without going through the valley, and we're in the valley right now, but we're starting to go up the hill. So the psalmist, when he wrote the Psalms, especially Psalm 23, he wasn't trying to deny the fact that bad things happen. Bad things happen to all of us. What he was writing, though, is that he doesn't fear it. He's not afraid because he trusts that God is with us. So whether you believe it or not, God is still with us. Hopefully some good will come out of this. I know some good will come out of this because we're seeing it in the way that we come together as a community, as an organization, as a state. So keep walking. We'll get to the mountaintop, and it'll all be good. So that's all I got.
That's true. And Sal also has one other announcement that I'm not sure everybody heard yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So part of my saying that life goes on, in the midst of all this chaos, new life is also beginning. You'll see some pictures posted on the Facebook page eventually, but Calvin Nicholas Seirmarco was born on April 25th at 3:26 in the morning. So Reverend Sal and his wife Allison now have a little bouncy baby boy. He is beautiful. He barely sleeps. I'm exhausted, but at the same time, I've never been happier. So life
Good news.
goes on.
Good news in the middle of all of this. Sometimes bad news, but you know, it's nice to know that life does go on. Life will continue here. We're doing our best to make it as comfortable as possible for everyone. And I'm getting bits of information that some of the restrictions will be lightening up in the near future. So Governor Murphy did open up all the state parks and county parks and golf courses for whatever that's worth. So outdoor activities are going to be a little bit better coming up soon. And I know that the state government is working on a bigger plan on some phased in reopenings of a variety of different services. So looking forward to some of those coming soon. As I get the updates, I'll let you know. Keep an eye on the news, keep an eye on the internet, and keep an eye on our updates.
Yep.
So thanks very much for all your patience and consideration. And I know the frustration is building a little bit, so hopefully some information will help put those thoughts at ease. If you have anything specific you want to discuss or issues that you're having, please feel free to call me anytime, or Sal.
Or call me. And if I can't help you, I'll send you to Jeff.
One of us will be able to help you.
All right, guys, we'll stay united in hope, and we'll get through this. And
Awesome.
We'll check in later.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.